Camp showers.
Yeah, he's looking into my soul.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome to my channel. My name is Miley. If you are new here, I do a new DIY video every single week. And this week, I am taking you guys camp-teeking with me. Can-teeking with me. Cam-peeking with me. I'm trying to combine camping and antiquing. I think I like can-teeking the best, so I'm gonna stick with that. Over the weekend, Jordan and I went on a little adventure. All we had in mind was that we were going to camp and we were going to go antiquing, and we had nothing else planned. So I used a spin wheel app in my phone to determine where we were going. Are you ready to find out what direction we are going in? He doesn't care. We're going west. So we hopped in the car and headed west, and we drove for about an hour and a half. We wanted to get out of our general area and make sure we were hitting some antique stores and areas that we haven't been to before. I am getting super close to starting my basement makeover, and the things I have been looking for while antiquing are decorations for that area. And Jordan has been working on building up a record collection because I'm going to make him a turntable setup in our basement. Okay, we are at our first antique mall. This place looks huge. Yeah, it does say America's largest antique mall, but I think that might just be a gimmicky thing. Let's find out. Okay, this place is huge, and I was so overwhelmed by how big it was. There were literal street signs in here. And I did confirm that this is actually America's largest antique mall. And I am only an hour and a half away from this place. This is not information I should have. But with that information, I decided because this place was so big and because I can easily come back, I would just kind of do a general sweep of the whole place, because I could have spent the rest of the day in this place without seeing it all. There is literally entire sections of things that I usually have to search high and low for in other antique stores. This entire section is just filled with depression glass. What? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. How much is it though? This is what I like to see. 50% off, and look at all this brass. This section is all 50% off, and it's just all old art. So I think I'm gonna go through and see if there's anything I find that I can frame. So after picking out a few small things and just taking this place in, I spent the rest of my time looking through records with Jordan, even though off the top of my head, there was really only one record I personally wanted. And guess what? I found it! Elvis Presley's Blue Hawaii. This is the movie where my name came from, so that's why I have a Hawaiian name and I am not Hawaiian. And after spending a few hours in America's largest antique mall, we were ready to move on to the next antique store. We are at our second location. This place also looks huge, but we also don't know if we're in the right spot because we don't see any signs. So I'm gonna go investigate. When I walked in, I quickly understood why this building was so large. There were other stores within this larger warehouse, and the antique barn was big, but it was only a section of this building. And when I approach antique stores, I do the same thing. I always do a first initial sweep of the place to just see if anything catches my eye, and in this first sweep, there were a few takers. If something catches my eye, the price has to be right, and if I feel like I could potentially find a similar item down the road that will be cheaper, I don't get it. Also, we were limited by space on this trip, or else I would have totally looked into getting one of these wood pieces and maybe making it into a table or something like that. And just when I was about to call it quits on this place, they had a bunch of really cool things, but nothing I really needed. I spotted something.
Ah, yes, look into my eyes. Why am I like this?
This is what I like to see. Special sale.
Yay, I found some candlesticks. We didn't get the earliest start today, and a lot of these antique stores do not stay open that late. But we're not really ready to leave the area yet because it's so pretty around here. And I've actually worked a few weddings in this area, so I know there's a really pretty winery not too far away from here. So we are going to go have a glass of wine, maybe two, and figure out where the heck we're gonna camp for tonight. Okay, so we found a place to camp for the night, but it's a few hours away, so we're gonna stop, get some food, and then head there. It is gonna start getting dark, but I'll just check back in when we get there.
So we made it to our destination. It's dark out, so I will see you guys in the morning.
Almost heaven, West Virginia. Okay guys, I don't know if you can tell by my lovely morning introduction, but we drove for another 2 hours last night through the rain, and we made our way into West Virginia. Almost heaven. Also, if you saw my video last week where I turned my SUV into a mini camper, oh my gosh, I am in love with this thing, and I am definitely buying a bus. It's happening. It's happening, guys. It's happening. I'm buying a bus. We are currently up in the mountains. We have no cell phone reception or anything, so our plan is to drive. First, find coffee, because that is a necessary thing to survive a day. And then once we find coffee, hopefully we're gonna find some like Wi-Fi or find reception so that we can look up some antique stores in the area. And then we're gonna slowly make our way back to our house and just hit up as many antique stores as we possibly can. Let's do it! We were just driving and we saw something that looks a little out of place, so we're gonna go check it out. Where'd you come from? Come on, let's come back here, okay? There was just these two cows, like right on the side of the road. We have to find out where they came from. Come on, bud. We found the owners of the misbehaved cows, and now we can be on our way because they're gonna take care of it.
Okay, so we made our way south to Lewisburg, West Virginia, voted America's coolest small town. I really want to know who gets to vote for these titles. And we didn't have reception up until probably 10 minutes before hitting the downtown area, so we had to do the old-fashioned thing of reading signs. Who knew you could figure out where you're going by looking at signs?
We found an antique store. It looks a little fancy, but we're just gonna check it out.
Yeah, just like I thought, this shop was super cool, but everything was so expensive, and also most of it just didn't fit my style. I got a deal yesterday. $145. I got mine for $5 and they're like the same thing. Okay, so we found coffee. And we were right next to an antique shop, and then we were also right across the street from the antique shop. And we are currently in the antique shop that was right across the road from the coffee shop. And it is filled with the creepiest things.
Example 1, a guillotine. Example 2, my new friend. And example 3. Sorry, Casey. That's my sister. She's terrified of these things.
Yeah, on top of it, this shop is going to give me nightmares for the rest of my days, especially my new best friend. This man will be haunting me in my sleep. And now he's going to haunt you as well.
Out of the spooky wookie, and let's buy some purses. I like this. I know it's not anything for my house, but I think I'm gonna get it. Okay, that store was so spooky wookie, but the owners were so incredibly nice, and they told us all about the town and where we could find all the antique stores. So we took their recommendation and headed up the road to the next antique mall.
I could tell from the second I walked into this place, this was my kind of antique store. It wasn't huge, but it was still a really nice size without being overwhelming. Most of these antique stores are just a bunch of different booths with different people running each booth, so there were some booths that I thought were a little overpriced, but also I did find some gems.
It's like a farmhouse threw up in here. I need my industrial stuff. Where's my industrial stuff? Ooh. Why am I just obsessed with candlesticks? I just want, okay, we're gonna put these down before I buy any more candlesticks. I need no more candlesticks. But that's so cool. That looks so cool on my mantle in the basement. 15 bucks though. I like to find my things that are like just randomly $2, and you're like, yes, that's a win.
Then I turned the corner and I found my section. I didn't need these mugs, but they were only $10 for the set of 5, which breaks down to $2 a piece, so I found my $2 items. And these quails were only $7 for the set of 3, and I see people selling these online for sometimes 30 to 50 bucks. No thank you, I will take my $7 quails. And of course, I have to try on every fur I see.
I think this is it. Oh. Oh, she's... Who is she? She's beautiful. Yeah. What? Yes. Okay, but being serious, I did actually just see something really cute.
So I'm gonna be getting my great-grandmother's vanity. I just have to drive 14 hours one way to go pick it up. No big deal. But once I have it, I'm going to be putting it in the bedroom I have in my basement, and I've been looking for little vanity trinkets to put on it, and stuff like this I really think would fit the style of the vanity.
Okay, we are headed home, and I am hoping to hit 1, maybe 2 more antique shops along the way. We drove for 30 minutes, and we are now in Clifton Forge, and we're gonna check out this antique mall.
Okay, this shop was so cute, and there wasn't really much that caught my eye, but at the same time, the man running the shop was so sweet that I just had to get something from him. I spotted this vase, and I really loved the color and the texture, and it was on sale for $2.63, so I had to get it. We didn't get to spend much time in here since it was a Sunday, and all these small towns, things either close super early or are just closed altogether. But I am glad that I got to get this vase from him.
Okay, so now it is time to go home and see my cat. We just got home. I'm really tired, so I'm gonna do a check-in tomorrow.
with how everything went.
And that brings me to today. I had so much fun this weekend. I got to get a few things for my basement, test out the camper I made last week, and see a few places I haven't been before. Also, I didn't want to go crazy on this trip and get a bunch of things because this is the first of many weekends I have planned like this. But I hope you liked this video and traveling with me. As always, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys next week. Bye, guys.